Over the next 10 years, I'm going to accumulate $24 million. I'm going to take an investment currently of about, 322,000, and I'm going to take it and turn it into in excess of 25 million, actually. I want to take you on the trip with me, and I want you to see how it can be done and how it's been done in the past and how you can do it. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the stocks that I own now that are going to turn into $25 million in 10 years. Stay with me.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
How do you invest to become a multimillionaire? You figure out what's going to happen in the future, what major change is going to happen in your world in the future, and then you invest in the companies that are going to facilitate it. Has it happened before? Sure. If you would have invested in the start of the internet, in Microsoft, in Apple, as they were starting to build the internet and then take their place in the internet, you would have become a multimillionaire. It's that simple. If you would have recognized social media for what it was going to turn into and how the smartphone was going to explode that, you would have been a millionaire because you would have invested in Amazon and Facebook. You would have been a multimillionaire. So it can be done. The question is, what's the next opportunity? Now, a lot of you believe what you need to do is just go find some penny stock that some talking head tells you about, and you jump into it, and you write it up, and then get out. Well, that's a risky way. That's kind of like going to Las Vegas and pulling the one-armed bandit and hoping that you hit the jackpot. No, the way to do it is to study, to understand what is about to happen, and then put yourself in front of it. I believe, and I believe very, very strongly, that the next opportunity is in biotech. And that biotech is all going to be wrapped around CRISPR. CRISPR is a process by which we alter the genes in people and take disease out of their body. Just this morning, there was a piece on NPR about a lady in Mississippi, a 35-year-old lady, who had fallen victim to sickle cell anemia, and that this is a blood disorder, and she had gotten to the point where she couldn't even feed herself, she couldn't bathe herself, she was basically a crippled mother of three, and was on the process of death. And then she enrolled in a study, and it was a CRISPR study, and within 6 months, sickle cell anemia is gone. She got on an airplane and flew to see her husband, who was stationed in Washington, D.C. with the National Guard. 6 months earlier, she couldn't get out of bed, but CRISPR took her to a new world. That is exactly what's going to happen in our future. And knowing it and investing in it and understanding it, not just throwing money at whatever Kathy does, that's what I'm going to do. No, study it, understand it, read the books that explain what CRISPR is and how it's going to work, so then you can see who's stepping in to offer the correct therapies to take care of Alzheimer's, to take care of cancer, and then buy those stocks. So that's what I've done. And I've created a plan. Yeah, that's the next step. Create a plan. How is it going to happen, Kerry? And what do you need to do to stay on plan? So I've created a spreadsheet. It basically shows you the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stocks that I'm invested in right now, the number of shares I have, their current price, and their current value, and then what I project they have to grow by over the next 10 years for me to achieve my $25,497,974 that I want to have, that I don't need, that I can pass on to my heirs when I die. That's my plan. Is it possible? Yeah. Is it probable? Yeah. Why is it possible and why is it probable? Well, it's possible because it's happened before. It happened to Amazon. It happened to Google. It happened to Apple. It happened to other pharmaceutical companies who came out with something that revolutionized the world. But the key to this whole thing is not these 8 stocks, because they will change. Something else will appear on the horizon to replace or to add to these stocks. And because I'm educated and staying educated and I'm reading, I'll identify them and I'll know them and I'll buy some of them at $3. I have this one in here, Gene, for $3.50. Is it one of them? I don't know. But I'm reading, I'm learning, and I'm positioning myself. Will I at some point sell some of these stocks to raise money to buy other stocks? Yes, that is critical because some of these will disappoint me. I have programmed here that Pacific Biochemistry will give me a 200x. I might determine 8 months from now that isn't going to happen. So I need to sell some of that to buy something else. I need to have my ear to the ground to recognize who is going to give me the 1000x in here, because it will come. I just have to be aware of it when it happens. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm confident this will happen. You can keep up with what I'm doing at our Discord. Go to bestofusinvestors.com. Give me your address, your email address, and your name, and I'll send you a link to our Discord. Or you can go down into the description, and you'll find a link there to the Discord. On our Discord, I will show you my whole portfolio on a daily basis, and then notify you on a daily basis when I buy, sell any of these or any other stocks. So it's a challenge. The challenge has now come to me, and I'm raising my hand and saying, I accept the challenge. And the challenge is to accumulate $25 million over the next 10 years in biotech stocks. Can I do it? Yeah. Am I confident I'll do it? Yeah. Why? Why am I confident? Because I'll do the work. I'll study. I'll find the research. I'll find the knowledge, and I'll buy it accordingly. I won't play at this game. No, I will not. I'll work at it. This is my job for the next 10 years. And to be successful at my job in 10 years, what would that be? December 2030, I have to have $25 million ready to pass on through my will. That's the deal. That's the deal. And I challenge you. Now, you may not have $322,920 to put in the stock market at this time. So take what you've got and write your own challenge. Create your own spreadsheet of this is what I own, this is how I project it to grow, and this becomes your weekly report card so that you see if you are on pace to achieve your goal. That's what life is all about. It's about studying, understanding what's happening around you, and then putting yourself in a position to benefit off of it. It's not that difficult. The other thing you've got to do is take control of this. Because right now, 90% of you are saying that's not possible. He can't do that. He's an old man with a bunch of poop flowing out of his mouth. I know you're thinking that because I used to have a roommate that talked nasty like that too. He was a result of people telling me most of my life, you can't do that. You're not smart enough to do that. Hell, Carrie, you can't even read. You almost flunked out of high school. You barely made it out of college. That's who lived in my head. And then I evicted him. I wrote a book, How It Happened. I traced it back to the 10 days in my life that demon was born and given life. And then once I rectified those 10 days, I evicted him. And I replaced him with my coach. And my coach is relentless. He tells me every day what to do a video on. He tells me where I should go to find the knowledge I need to achieve what I want to achieve. It's that simple. You ask Peyton Manning why he was such a good football player. He'll tell you because he had a good coach. I got a good coach, but I don't pay him much. Okay, that's my $24 million challenge. That's how to invest to become a multimillionaire. And the key to it is right here. Knowledge, experience, and courage. But you gotta put forth the work. You gotta understand. Go to NPR. I'll put a link to it in the description about the lady who got cured from sickle cell anemia. If that doesn't inspire, if that doesn't tell you what Carrie's talking about is possible, it's gonna happen. I just need to get in front of it.